Daniel Westerman, thanks very much for coming in. The average person doesn't know what suspending the spot market for wholesale electricity means. Can you please briefly explain what that actually is?
Of course. So we've taken the decision today to suspend the national electricity market, and that's the market that provides electricity to Australian consumers from Queensland down to Tasmania and across into South Australia. The wholesale market is the bit that where generators supply electricity in to meet the demands of Australian consumers, and that market has not been working over the past couple of days. What we've seen is, as AEMO, we're the system and market operator. In fact, just this morning, we were having to direct on 5,000 megawatts of generation plant that's about 20% of demand for the east coast of Australia, just to meet Australia's electricity needs. And directing plant on, rather than having it run through the normal market mechanisms and systems and tools, just created a very unstable situation for us as the market and system operator. So today's decision is not is really for us about operating a stable, secure system and having visibility for the availability of generation, both in the near term and the next few days.
Does this move mean that people on the eastern seaboard now don't have to worry about blackouts and so on?
There's two elements to the answer to that question, Leigh. The first, in the longer term, so in the next few days, what we'll see is a removal of these somewhat artificial notices of blackouts, what's called a lack of reserve, so an inability of generators to meet the demands of Australian consumers, because we'll get better visibility of what generators are available and when. But right now, we do face tight market conditions in New South Wales, and we are asking consumers to conserve energy where it's safe to do so, both tonight and for tomorrow evening during the evening peak. And so that just means things like, hopefully your viewers can postpone putting on the dishwasher until after dark, postpone putting on the washing machine until again after dark, and just before they go to bed.
Has this ever been done before?
This is the first time we've suspended the market for the national electricity market, which excludes Western Australia and Northern Territory. And the reason we're doing that is to get real operational control and visibility, because we just didn't have it, Leigh.
People might feel a bit like we just had an election campaign, we didn't hear very much about this at all during that, and then suddenly this has come about. What has caused this crisis to suddenly appear, or indeed is it sudden?
Look, there's been a number of factors that have led us to the position that we're in, including higher international coal and gas prices that have flowed through into domestic markets. In the national electricity market, we've had a number of generators have both planned and unplanned outages, so they're just not providing electricity. Most recently, we've had a number of generators that just aren't there when we need it, so these unplanned outages. But what we've done today is actually a result of that 5,000 megawatts of generation that was outside of the normal process and was forcing us to use tools and systems that are not robust to manage the real-time operations of the electricity grid, which is an incredibly complicated system.
Daniel Westerman, thank you very much.
Thank you, Leigh.
Hi, I'm Leigh Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.